Good morning, Rabbi Sai. Lilu Nishmasi Mimarosirus Bas Mordechai. Live from Morocco. We're in Morocco. One of the nicest hotels, probably the nicest hotel I've ever been to. The Banyan Tree. Banyan Tree. I'm going to show, maybe I'll give it to Ariel, maybe somebody could throw it in. I took one video so far of the room. Part one, there's part one and part two. Crazy matzav. Butler with the private not everybody, but yesterday. Let's talk about. I'll talk about yesterday for a minute.
Only the Magidei Shurim. Only the Magidei Shurim in the house.
Those who come with the Maybach.
Whoever didn't go to the bus.
Those who come in the Maybach, they. So yesterday was one of my favorite days. Probably my favorite. I love the Bursiki, the tannery. For me, it was like wow. It was only because it ties into Gemara everywhere. It gives a lot of Gemaras a new meaning. And Lala Sulika was just next level. And then Reb Amr ben Diwan. And then we did a dinner on a rooftop in the middle of a neighborhood, Loy Mishaloni, and police escorts everywhere. We had our security guards plus local police with us the entire time. And then we had on top, and the two Ben Shushan brothers, we had a comedy relief in the middle. They were just going back and forth. They were saying over mices and they were going at each other and with each other. It was Leila, and then we had a kumzitz. Mama, something special. Bam is special. We got to the hotel here at 1:30 in the morning. Then I went to sleep 2:33. There's chont, and obviously you need to eat some chont at 2:30 in the morning. Behind me, by the way, is the ocean. You can't really see. This is water right over here, and there's some sort of like a lake with ducks right over here. It's hard to see the camera. We wanted a nicer background, but that's what we have. We're outdoors right now. A reminder to say Sfiras Ha'omer. This is one of my favorite pictures. I'll tell you why. Because for me, I thought I was outside. Everybody was basically sleeping. It was early in the morning. And a couple decided to go see the sunrise. And they took a picture of me preparing shir. I was still like chatzi in pajamas or something. I don't know. I'm wearing my like a shirt, like one of those basketball shirts, which I usually don't walk outside with. But nobody was up. And the camels in the background and the Sahara Desert in the background and a tent. It captures a lot for me. So it's my favorite picture so far for me. This is the Chullin. The Chullins are with us. Chullin's son sent us in. They sent us in a while ago. There's a robot, MDY robot. So you should for that. MDY Montreal in English. We have in Hebrew in Montreal. And now there's a sniff, satellite location in English. Also Yossi's Bakery. Check this out. It's a beautiful bakery. Look at this. What? In Barbach. Zich in Barbach. And Great Neck, New York Siom. Unbelievable. Great Neck, New York. Look, there's a nice crowd over there. Gewaldig. The Sfiras Ha'omer is the Rufus Admor Vision Shlita. Where's the Rabbi Yossi Klan? There's a few people missing here. I have to say, it's early in the morning here, and the Olam went to sleep extremely late. So kol hakavod, whoever's here this early. Sfiras Ha'omer Anonymous in honor of Rabbi David Franco Yona and Mayor Shemuli, Sam Cohen, and Joe Kashki, Deal, New Jersey. Yeshar Koach. The Masechta by Zev Enyal Shulhoff, Perek, the Benedict family, Daf Tesvav Yossi and Rachel Liba Willig, Lezech Nishmas, Ziva Shulamis Bas Pinchas Meir Krieger, 29th of Iyar. Shir sponsors the Masechta David Salomon, dedicated memory of Avi Meir, Reb Shmuel Baruch Ben Reb Chaim Tzvi Dov Zichron Levracha. The Palchik Family Foundation, in gratitude to the consortium and the alliance and all they do to support MDY. Anonymous Hatzlacha Baruchnis Ubegashmis. Thank you to Chief Benny. Anonymous. So this year's cheetah Maisa must be the Lalo Salika story. For me, that was a Yad Hashem, a MDY Hashgacha Protest story, Shein Kemayu, that we planned the trip to go see Lalo Salika. That's the number one place that everybody tells us that you have to go. If you go to Morocco, you have to go to Lala Salika. And we go there, and it turns out it's her yard site. Well, crazy coincidence. Anonymous, Hatzlacha Baruch Nizu V'Gashmis, and thank you to Chief Benny. He said, Anonymous, for a complete refuah, Shnei Man Arichas Yom Talei Bas Esther, B'Yomen and Daniel Rosenfeld, Bris V'Simcha. Did anybody see B'Yomen Rosenfeld? Calling him out.
Not in the last 5 hours.
He's B'Shana Rishayna. He has all rights to sleep in. Did anybody see Arius Simon? The refuah Shnei Avi Moiri Baruch Ben Miriam. He's here. B'Yomen and Daniel Rosenfeld, Parnas B'Shefa. Moshe and Ruchi Markovich proudly supporting Daf Yomi in Spanish. For Shnei Rav Yaakov ben Lulu and Lilishmas Rav Chaim Gedalia ben Yeshua. Meshulam Deer. Mazel Tov, Yaakov Schreiber on your siyum, a schus for you, and for Shnei for Nechama Bas Shalamis. Howard Wimmer, Lilishmas Avimari Chaim Avram ben Nachum, and in honor of Bernie Leaptag, who got me to MDY 2 years ago this week. Bernie Leaptag, Bernie the Burn. I don't know, anybody remembers from 7 years ago, 7.5, 8 years ago, and he brought somebody in here, more than one. Anonymous Mazel Tov Tori Pulovich, Palovich, something like that. One of the Reb Uri, one of the biggest investors in Jewish education worldwide. Mamish does tremendous, 100 and something schools and big Zachen. Yeah, huge. Anonymous for the merit of his shidduch for Sarah Golda Bas Rivka. Anonymous refuah Shlema Hayelad Yaakov ben Noga having surgery today. Yesterday. Oh, that's Jamie's?
No.
No. Well, the reason why he wants it anonymous, he doesn't want the world to know that he went on a trip when his son is having surgery. But that's.
Why would you imagine the guy would be on the way to the airport and get a phone call from his mother to remind him?
Mordechai Sapaznik. L'zeichen Nishmas, Danny Silber, Baruch Daniel, Zuchron Ben, Yibel Chaim Zev, Levi HaKayin, Beis Neshama have an Aliyah. Dov Ehrenreich for the merit of refuah Shlema for our Mechutin, Aaron Yishai ben Lydia, anonymous in memory of Shlomo ben Mazal. Kyle sponsors month. HYK Ventures in the schools for success of all our clients. It happens to be that Hillel learns in the Kyle there every day. I'm just copying. That's why he's sponsored, I guess, for the Kyle. He feels close to them. What? Hillel loves the Kyle. Binyamin and Danielle Rosenfeld, Bracha Beparnasa. MDY Kids sponsors monthly Innovations LLC as a schools for Akiva Simcha ben Fega. And Rivri Yehudas Bas Yafa Chaya. Month. Refuah Shlema Yonatan Etamem B'Shav Bracha. Refuah Shlema Mordechai ben Esther. Refuah Hayeled. I just found out Hayeled. It makes more sense now. It has more meaning. Not makes more sense. It has more meaning. Refuah Hayeled Daniel Zev ben Hayeled Esther. You asked me if you were on the plane sitting next to me and you had your headphones on and they're noise canceling, how do you hear me talk about this Yeled Daniel Zev ben Hayeled? So first of all, I don't know if I had my headphones on then. Did I have my headphones on then? Also, it's not 100%. You could still. But it drowns it out. And I told him also that I usually put on rain. That's my thing. I put on a noise, because just the noise canceling feature by itself is not enough. The rain usually does work, so I don't know. Oh, then I also have a limit to my apps, how much I can watch apps during the day or be on my apps. So then it turns it off. So maybe Punk got me there. Who knows? It's a good. The Kasha is a good one.
Big MRI while we
Really?
I didn't try out for yesterday while we were on.
How old is he? 12. Wow. Okay. Boisai. Beautiful sugya, of course, as usual. We're in the middle of the sugya when a person shechs on Shabbos Yom Kippur. He does a shechita on Shabbos Yom Kippur. You're permitted to have from the shechita, says Rav, provided what? You wait a day. You wait. In other words, we're going to see maybe it means the Matzah Shabbos. You wait. Can't eat it on Shabbos. And the Gemara tells us that goes according to Rabbi Yehuda. The sun is starting to hit this way now. Great. Yeah.
Your hair's not so white like this. It's good.
Oh, he said, "Where's Ari Chaimowitz? Where's the island? What's going on here? We need Ari."
They're not militants yet. That's the problem.
The guys that stay up till 12 o'clock to watch this shit. Maya, they're coming out with the leftover tones.
Strum was actually good.
Reb Dov, come around. We're just starting. So the Gemara says, Farkas, hello, this is not a joke. He comes in from Australia, takes him 24 hours to fly in, and they're only going to land like 2 days before Yantif, and they have to do Yantif the whole thing. So it's a very big sacrifice. Dov Farkas, all the way from Australia, the famous Chazan from Australia. So, Zog to Gemara, we have over here. You're asking me? Why don't we talk about this after Shir and ask him? It's a good shaila. He wants to know about your Sphira. Are you going to miss the day of Sphira?
No, we don't. It's a good question, though. When you go from America, it's a big problem.
When you come from America.
When you go via Asia or the Middle East, it's not a problem.
You go via. So the answer is, Avi, when you go via Asia or the Middle East, it's not a problem. Okay.
That's the Amoira.
Oh, we're going to get to that more. Fine. So before the other one falls asleep here, the Gemara tries and says, you know what, maybe it's the Rabbi Yehuda. Which Rabbi Yehuda is it? We tried this one, that one. Muktzah machmas yisur. It's muktzah. You can't touch the meat because it's muktzah. It was aser. It was aser before Shabbos. It's aser now. Does Rabbi Yehuda really hold us in? Last words on the Amid. It's not Rabbi Yehuda Omer. Kol neiroi shel mateches metaltalin. You have a candelabra. If it's made out of earthenware, so it gets all nasty and gross from all the oil. So it's certainly muktzah machmas mios. But even if it's a nice material like metal, which doesn't get dirty, and it's an older candelabra, you're allowed to move it on Shabbos if you have some sort of reason to. Shabbos, everybody's familiar with this halacha. That once you light a candle, I remember as a kid, I didn't see it in a long time. Some people light their candles on the Shabbos table, and it becomes like an issue. So they take the tablecloth. You're not allowed to move the actual candle. So what do you do exactly? I remember that there were people were not so familiar maybe with this halacha back in the day. Maybe today they became more. I don't know. Okay. Vidilma shani hasam. So the Gemara, what's the connection? How do you know? So therefore, Rabbi Yehuda would say in our case, when you have meat, you have an animal that was an aver min achai before Shabbos. So it's like a candelabra that you have candles lit on it, and even when the candles go out, the candelabra remains aser. Why? Because it was a basis. It became something that's aser. At the time that the candles were lit, you weren't allowed to move it. So to over here, at the time that the animal, and that's a big issue when somebody owns a dog, like we used to have a dog, are you allowed to touch it? There's not a good heter to really touch your own dog. The actual dog is muktzah, and a lot of people in my family were mekel bedavar. They came up with their own kulas. There's some term. I was looking high and low. I would love to hear it, but I don't know why it's muktzah. I'll tell you the truth. I don't know why. Like it has no use, but l'mais, it's your pet. You like to pet it. Okay, fine. Call upon him. The Gemara says over here that this is Rabbi Yehuda. That's why you can't have the animal. The animal is muktzah because it's ever menachai. So even though on Shabbos it's already shechted and the meat is available, it's still muktzah. Says the Gemara, what's the connection? When you light a candle in a candelabra, you're saying, I don't want to use this beautiful silver piece for the next 24 hours because I just lit a candle on it. But an animal, you didn't push it off. You didn't do anything physically to show that you don't want this animal. So therefore, let's go and find another Rabbi Yehuda. El Omer Ravashi, Rabbi Yehuda the Mevashali. This is the Rabbi Yehuda of Bishul. Snan HaMevashal b'Shabbos. There's a very, very famous machlokes. It's a three-way machlokes, and the three-way machlokes has different parts to it. But before I jump into this three-way machlokes, I think it's important to talk about President Donald Trump and the United States of America. Why? I think it's important because we have to have gratitude. We have to have akar satayv to the United States. The United States, they're celebrating now the 250th birthday, and it's probably the only place in history where Jews and all religions were allowed to flourish and practice their religion and freedom. Not only that, they encouraged it, sort of. They promoted, they gave money towards different institutions till this very day. And it was fairly easy from the war, from the Second World War till today. No pogroms, no the different things that the Jews went through in history. we take it for granted almost, and we have to say thank you to the United States. And it's hard to say thank you to a country, so you say thank you to the president, who happens to be, he has a tremendous amount of common sense. And that common sense, I think so. I believe it. Every day, I love his common sense. And that common sense helped us in the last very hard time and period that Klal Yisrael is going through in Israel and everything else, and he helped us a lot, tremendous amount, and Akar Satayv to him. But what's so interesting is that he called out, and that's why I'm pausing here, because he called out that Jews around the world, Jews in America, should keep Shabbos. President of the United States, a Christian, I believe he's Christian, says Jews should keep to this Shabbos. So I'm going to just piggyback on his call and say, as Akar Satayv to him, Akar Satayv to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as gratitude to President Trump, let's all try to keep Shabbos. All those, there are many who watch the shir. I'm familiar with a bunch of people who watch the shir who are not currently Shomer Shabbos. They watch the shir religiously every single day. And the president asked, so maybe this is a good time to keep one Shabbos, just one Shabbos, and we'll all be free. Halavai, that somebody should take his call to action. Okay, so what's the machlokes? So I just want to make the machlokes easier. It goes like this: if a person is mechal Shabbos, he cooks on Shabbos. Yeah, it happens. People. I was in a house. I just remembered. I was in a house of a balas tshuva. It's actually, I'm not going to say because then people will figure out who it is. Somebody in Chicago, balas tshuva. I ate in their house, and I witnessed a chil Shabbos that had to do with cooking. She wasn't aware that a certain thing with the oven was usher. She didn't know. She thought you could put it in, oh, whatever, take it out. She didn't know the halacha. I said something. She said, I didn't know. So now, what is the halacha? Seriously, could you eat the chunk that just came out of the oven, the meat that just came out of the oven? She did it unknowingly. It's mamish shaygig. If she would have known, if somebody would have told her before Shabbos, hey, what you're doing is not, she certainly would have done. I saw her reaction when I told her. She was shocked. This is the first time somebody ever told me. I'm a Baal Shuv for 10 years. I didn't know. So what's the halacha? Are you allowed to eat this meat or not? So we have a three-way machlokes. But we have the three-way machlokes in both categories, whether she did it deliberately or she did it unintentionally. Because if she did it deliberately, then we have a machlokes whether anybody could eat it. Anyone. And so it goes like this. We have Reb Meir, who's the most makel, and we have Rabbi Yochanan Sandler, who's the most machmer. And he'll say that if it happened deliberately, then no one could eat it forever, toss it out. And Reb Meir says if it happened unintentionally, like in my case, in Chicago, then you're allowed to eat it, but only on Motzi Shabbos, and you have to wait, you have to wait. How long did that meat take to cook? 2 hours? You have to wait for 2 hours on Motzi Shabbos. Why? Because you don't want to have any benefit. You don't want people to benefit from the Ma'aseh Shabbos. So if it took them 2 hours on Shabbos, you're not going to benefit from the Shabbos at all. You're going to wait 2 Shabbos. So those are the extremes. You have Reb Meir who says it's mutter to eat, and then you have Rabbi Yochanan Sandler says that's also to eat b'chlal for anybody. So, but then and Rabbi Yehuda's in the middle, and we're going to say that our sugya. Oh, the truth is we don't have to know all the different shittas because it could get confusing. Now, to make the shittas a little easier, I will say that Reb Meir, whatever Reb Meir holds in Mezid, which is his extreme category, that's what Rabbi Yehuda holds in Shaygig, in the lighter category. And whatever Rabbi Yehuda holds in his Mezid, that's what the next mandam, Rabbi Yochanan, holds in his Shaygig. So it's steps. It's tiered. Reb Meir, who's the most makel, says by Mezid you should do X, Y, Z. So that's what Rabbi Yehuda is going to hold exactly by his Shaygig. Rabbi Yehuda that holds in his Mezid, you should do this and this. That's Rabbi Yochanan Sandler holds in that. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's see inside. This is not Hamavasher b'Shabbos b'Shoygig Yoichal. You could eat. Oh, When could he eat? He could eat right away. So I misspoke before. Remeir holds they could eat even on Shabbos, on a shogig. On a shogig. So according to Remeir, which we'll see that Rebbe says passings like Remeir. So in that my situation, sitting in this guy's living room or dining room and seeing that his wife was b'shogig mechal Shabbos with the food, you're allowed to eat right away. Even she. Yeah. Even her, even the mevashel, right? So we have the guy doing the cooking, the chef, and then we have the friends. We have the shogig and we have the mezid. So hamevashel b'Shabbos b'shogig yoichal, b'mezid lo yoichal. Why, if you do it deliberately, why shouldn't you eat? Because there's a knas. There's a penalty here. You can't eat it right away. Divrei Rebbe Meir. So let's see. I don't know if we did this correctly yesterday. Remeir is on the bottom. Is there? No, it doesn't move. Okay. I don't see what's going on here. Okay, so Remeir says b'shogig yoichal afilu b'Shabbos. So I don't know if you could see. There's a table with a chef, with friends. You guys see the chef? You see it? Oh, zoom in. Very good. Oh, okay. Here's the chef. He's the worst guy because he's the one that did it. According to Remeir, on a shogig, even he could eat and his friends could eat. On Shabbos, you see it says on Shabbos. Yom Shabbos. Mezid, what's the halacha? Only on Motzei Shabbos, you see, Mezid, Motzei Shabbos. Only who? Only friends. You don't see a chef there. That's what Rabbi Yehuda is going to hold. What? That's what Rabbi Yehuda is going to hold on a shogig. You hear? On a shogig, Rabbi Yehuda is going to hold that only friends and only on Motzei Shabbos on a shogig. What does Rabbi Yehuda hold on a mezid?
No.
Yeah, on a mezid. The next one up. Here. So he did very nice. He put the chef all by himself. He gets nothing. The chef gets nothing. The friends get to eat when? Only on Motzei Shabbos. So that's basically what Rabbi Yehuda holds on mezid. Let's see if it's right. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, and this is what the Gemara is trying to say, that Rabbi Yehuda is our Mishnah. If somebody shechs on Shabbos, this is what you do. B'shogeg yoichal l'mitzvah Shabbos. Oh, remember Rav said, yes, you're allowed to eat the shechita, provided that you wait a day. This is, and it goes according to Rabbi Yehuda. This is Rabbi Yehuda, that what? That if you shecht, by mistake, our Mishnah is going to be talking about b'shogeg, by mistake, you have to wait until Motzei Shabbos. But if you do it deliberately, you can't eat forever. But who can't eat forever? The chef, but somebody else could eat. And that's going to be Rabbi Yochanan Sandler's shogig. In the mezid, Rabbi Yehuda, if he did deliberately, the chef can never eat it. He can never benefit from it, ever. But his friends could. Yeah, it's always b'chdei sheyaseh. So Rabbi Yochanan Sandler, I know it because there's a lot of elements, so it's hard to remember it all. But Rabbi Yochanan Sandler says if he did it by mistake, I'm going to hold like Rabbi Yehuda in his mezid. Only his friends, not him. Why? Because we give a knas shogig to mezid. But if you do it deliberately, you can never eat it. What's the Gemara want to say? Where it says that we're going according to our mission is going to according to Rabbi Yehuda in shogig. It happened b'shogig, and you have to wait until Motzei Shabbos to eat. Says the Gemara, v'nukma b'mezid v'Rabbi Meir. Why don't we say that it goes according to Remeir, the second category of Remeir, that he did it deliberately, and Memela he has to wait until Motzei Shabbos. Why? It can't be Remeir. Diktani dumya dima kippurim. Since the Mishnah says the words that he shechted Shabbos and Yom Kippur together, one after another, So Shabbos is similar to Yom Kippur. On Yom Kippur itself, nobody could eat. There's no heter to eat on Yom Kippur, whether even if you did it b'shogig. So there's no difference between a shogig and a mezid, and he shouldn't be able to eat. Says Gemara, great. So how could you say that our Mishnah goes like Rabbi Yehuda? In what case? Of a shogig. Think about it. Let's read the Mishnah together. Let's see if it fits. Hashoichet top of Yudal Raman Alf. Hashoichet b'Shabbos u'b'Yom Kippurim. I'm reading these words. You tell me if it makes sense that it's a shogig. Af al pi shemischayev b'nafshoy. Even though he gets the death penalty. Shchitasik sheiro. Are we talking about a shogig or a mezid? How could it be a shogig? It says mischayev b'nafshoy. He gets the death penalty. Says Gemara, I don't understand what you're talking about. How can you say it goes against? It says mefurish that he gets the death penalty. You don't get the death penalty if you're doing something by accident. What the Mishnah is trying to say, it's so extreme. We're talking about a situation that if somebody did it deliberately, he would get the death penalty. So if he did it unintentionally, maybe we should be super machmer. It's a very severe thing that he did here. So what if it was unintentionally? It's like if you kill somebody deliberately, you get the death penalty. It's a very, very severe thing to kill somebody. So if you did it unintentionally, it's not a joke. You don't go home. And as Yisrael, most of the time, if somebody runs somebody over, chas v'shalom, first thing is it goes to jail. Then they start discussing what happened, where, what. It's a severe thing. It's not a joke. Manslaughter, it's the first you have to decide it wasn't deliberate, and then it depends how mad the cop is at the time and this and that. It's a whole matzav. I think in America it's slightly different, no? Bidyuk. Says the Gemara. So I didn't mean to say that our Mishnah is mamish a mezid. I said in a case of a mezid, you get the death penalty. Mela, you have to be very careful by a shogig also. And in fact, you do have to wait until Matzah Shabbos to get to eat it. But if it happens, you're allowed to eat it from the shechita. Says Gemara, okay, so one more question, then we're done with this sugya. Why don't we say the Mishnah? Who told you that the Mishnah goes according to Rabbi Yehuda? We have three shitas. We have Rameir, who's Mekel, we have Yehuda in the middle, and we have Rabbi Yochanan Sandler, who's super machmir. Maybe our Mishnah goes according to Rabbi Yochanan Sandler in the shogig part. It happened b'shogig, it goes according to Rabbi Yochanan Sandler. Just want to make sure we had a good. Oh, there's that. Oh, Shara b'Shabbos here. Interesting. Why? How did it happen? Somebody shechted on Shabbos. You got to the hotel 2:30 in the morning, and it's mamish. And Chullin.
But how can it be? Yesterday was Friday.
Unfortunately, we have a lot of these guys in the Shemesh.
I decided to save the meat for Malava Malka. It's best for it to cook a long time on the fire. Right, Benny?
Okay, weiter gegangen in Shas. Says Gemara, it can't be Rabbi Yochanan. On Shabbos, what's tricky about the sugya, a lot of things you have to stick in a little word here, a little word there. When it says over here, means only on Shabbos you can't eat. So why don't we say that it goes according to Rabbi Yochanan Sandler? Says Gemara, Rabbi Yochanan Sandler, but at the end of the day, there's a difference between the chef himself and his friends. But our Tana never differentiated between anyone. He said a blanket statement that the shechita of somebody who shechs on Shabbos and Yom Kippur is kosher. He didn't say, only kosher for friends, not kosher for himself. So in Mela, we can't say it goes according to Rabbi Yochanan Sandler, and now we have a brand new sugya. Tani Tana Kamei de Rav. Hamavashal b'Shabbos b'shogig yoichal b'mezid lo yoichal. So I'm going to read this, and you're going to tell me what this is. This is tricky. 8 o'clock in the morning, after sleeping 2 hours. If somebody cooks on Shabbos, if he did it b'shogig, if he did it by mistake, b'mezid lo yoichal, if he does it deliberately, if he did it unintentionally, he could eat. You hear this? He could eat. Who does it go? I'm going to show you the steps, and you have to tell me besides Aryeh. Again, if he did it b'shoigeg, you're allowed to eat. B'mezi, you're not allowed to eat. Who does it go according to? This is the most mekel shita. This is Remeir. Umeshatikli Rav. Rav said, quiet. Shh, shh. Don't talk like that. So the question is why? Why would Rav tell somebody to be quiet? The Gemara has two questions on that. What's the point? My time Meshatikli. Why would he tell him to be quiet? Eli, this like Rabbi Yehuda. You're saying the sheet of Remeir and I Rav hold like Rabbi Yehuda. But Tanatani Rabbi Meir. And the Tana, the announcer, said it like Remeir, this like Rabbi Yehuda, because man the Tani Remeir Meshatikli, because Rav holds like Rabbi Yehuda. So if anybody tries to say something like Remeir, I quiet him down. That doesn't make sense. But Rav himself doesn't hold like Rabbi Yehuda. Rav himself holds like Rabbi Meir. So he should have been very happy that somebody said like Rabbi Meir. Why would he be upset? When he himself holds like Rabbi Meir, why would he be upset that somebody else said it's like Rabbi Meir? How do I know this? When Rav was teaching Hilchas Bishul to his Talmidim, he told him in private that the Allah is like Remeir. In other words, I could be makel, that if somebody in Chicago cooks meat unintentionally, you're allowed to eat that meat on Shabbos. Even the cooker, even the chef is allowed to eat it because it was unintentional. That's what he told his Talmidim. But but if when he said it in Shul in front of the whole community, he said no, that looks like Rabbi Yehuda. Why? He didn't want them to be makel on Shabbos, to be mizalzel on Shabbos. You yourself are allowed to eat it, and then by mistake, all of a sudden you start cooking things on Shabbos, you start eating it yourself. Forget it. It becomes aser. Because of the Amarts. So memela. So what? So if somebody came along and said the halacha is like Rabbi Meir, why would he tell him to be quiet? That is the halacha. So what's the obvious answer? Because he said it in front of so many people and he didn't want the people to know the secret. That this story happened in front of the whole audience, and that's why he quieted them. No, nobody listens to another Amoira that comes along and says something. They listen to the guy, the speakerphone, the Ramkol, the megaphone, the one with the loud voice. I'm not going to say who. The guy that has a voice here in Yerushalayim right now. So Zok Gemara. Avi, are you taking pictures or are you listening to the share? I just need to know what's going on here. Multitasking, okay. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to call you out. If it's good pictures, if they're good, we have to find out if we could say a brach on the ocean, and where maybe there's a particular place where the two oceans meet. Okay. Lamaisi, you could say a brach on your room.
We don't all have the same room you have.
It doesn't matter. Every room here is like.
We'll all go to your room.
No, I didn't know this. Listen. You could all come to my room and make a bracha. It's fine. But the item says our mishpacha is into the hotels. We have Hiltons and what else? No, Holiday Inn is part of the Holiday Inn and what do you call them? Whatever. Let me show it. So. But they say there's the Hiltons and the Radissons. We were in the Radisson, unbelievable hotel, one of the nicest. So really, the one yesterday in Fez, unbelievable hotel. But then there's Banyan Tree. It's like a different category. It's not a hotel really. It's like houses, villas. Everybody gets a villa, ocean view, Zachen. Okay, we'll talk about it a different time. Everybody's invited. Zok the Gemara. Atu kuli alma. Oh. Tana Shoichet, Tana Kamei the Rav. Says the Gemara, listen, what happened was we're going differently. Oh, Baruch Hashem, sun went away.
Oh, it's good you weren't in the background.
Well, so Nachman, you were listening to Torah in the mikvah? My machur.
I better look to your left.
Oh, Rabari is here. So, Rabari, he's mamish. You can see there's a difference between a guy that comes to take pictures and a guy that's living it. He's mamish. Every second he's sending a status, and he's mamish. He's in it. He's not taking what? Yeah.
I'm taking it all in now.
Zog the Gemara.
I'm just taking it all in. It's too much. It's wild. To be honest, I'm still speechless from this whole place.
From what? From that thing?
From this whole place, I'm speechless.
Or from this place? Are you in the? No, you're not in the thing. Oh, you got it. Okay. I spoke about Ribari before you came. I told the Oilam in America about the comedic relief that we had last night, and I didn't say what we discussed. I didn't say the topics. I didn't say what it was. It was gishmak. It was very good. Okay, so we're learning Torah. Listen, the Oilam is going to have anah today. We're going to go out to the ocean and do different things, and the scuba diving, and then this. I know we're not, but let them think that we are. But I'm serious. I'm not joking. I can't emphasize this enough. That we're on a trip, and if everybody should look back 5 years ago or 10 years ago, depends who you are and where you are, at what point of your life. A lot of us, it was a year ago or 3 years ago. And when we're in a place like this, did we really learn for an hour of Torah before Shachris, and then daven Shachris in a minyan, and then you can enjoy. Then you go ahead and enjoy the whole day. You have a whole day, but we're starting off the day with Torah. It's unbelievable. It's crazy.
And we're going to learn in the afternoon today too.
We're gonna there's two mashurim coming over by side. You guys prepare. I'll say it. Zog the Gemara.
You're preparing on a jet ski.
This was maybe the first time in my life that when I heard that scuba diving was canceled, I was like, wow, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. It's like, what was I thinking? Like, when was I going to prepare? Because at 3 o'clock, I got to give 2 shiurim. So when? Okay, let me get it. So says the Gemara, a new pshat over here, a new pshat. When the Talmud came and said, hey, Rav, he didn't say Rav, he says Rebbe, and he was talking to the Gadol Ador Rav, you're allowed to eat it b'shoigig. He wasn't talking about bishul. There's 2 categories. There's bishul, there's the cooking, and there's the shechting. Our mission is actually talking about shechting, and that's why Mamish fits right in there over here. Says the Gemara, he wasn't talking about bishul, that if somebody cooked, and that the three step machlokes that we had over here, the steps, this thing, it wasn't about this. It was about if somebody shechted on Shabbos, what do you do? Says Gemara. We're holding like 7 lines from the bottom. If you shecht, then you could do it. You could eat it if it happened by mistake. You shechted by mistake on Shabbos. Like, oh, that's what it was. This guy. It's about shechting on Shabbos. How do you shecht by mistake on Shabbos? It's a good shiloh, actually. And now I'm chapping how this video makes much more sense. Where does the guy shecht b'shoigig? Because he forgot what day it was. Okay, fine. So the Gemara says, but if you did it deliberately on Shabbos, you're not allowed to eat. Amarlei, my daitach Rameir. You hold like Rameir. Which Rameir? Of cooking. That's in the Mivashal, you're allowed to eat from it on Shabbos. Why? So the Gemara makes a distinction here. When you take meat out of the freezer and you cook it on Shabbos, the meat was edible. In fact, we had a lot of carpaccio meat during this trip. Uncooked meat, it's a thing. People eat uncooked meat. You don't like it, that's your thing. But it's a thing. People eat uncooked meat, they eat uncooked tuna. This is uncooked.
Question is,
but
everybody, or if the guy doesn't like it?
No. Whether the question is it muktzah or not? When you have an animal, when you have a live animal that's not edible right now because it's Ever Menachai, so it's muktzah for everybody. But you have food that you could give it to Jamie, who told me I had 7 pieces of that. It was incredible. So it's not muktzah. You can give him the food. You're allowed to move it. But an animal that before you shechted it was 100% also for the whole world, even for a non-Jew, because it's Ever Menachai. So then you can't say, oh, I shechted and I could eat it now. I could use it right now on Shabbos. It's muktzah. Ask the Gemara. And this is why Rav is telling me quiet, because we weren't talking about bishul. We're talking about Shchita. So be quiet. You're making a mistake. The Remeir is talking about bishul, not about shchita. Don't confuse the two. Shh, quiet. That's the pshat. Not quiet because the amaratzim might hear and this and that. Quiet because you made a mistake in halacha. Don't connect shchita and bishul. But wait a minute, our mission is talking about shchita. And in shchita, we said that you can't eat it that day. And it goes according to Rabbi Yehuda. What do you mean it goes according to Rabbi Yehuda? Because only according to Rabbi Yehuda it's usher that day, but according to the one who's more makel than Rabbi Yehuda, would be mutter that day. Harmeir shari. So why would Rav say, be quiet? According to Rameir, it's okay. And he was saying, according to this Tana that spoke up and said, hey, you're allowed to eat this meat on Shabbos, is he going according to Rameir? So the Gemara, no, Kishari Rameir returning to Daf, Tesvav and Beis, oh, if there's a person who's dying, and I have to shech this meat even on Shabbos, so now this animal is no longer muktzah. What does muktzah mean? Muktzah means a makzadas. I removed it from my mind. I'm never going to touch this animal on Shabbos. But no, he said, I am going to use this animal on Shabbos. This live animal, I'm going to shech, and I'm going to make a good dish for the sick person that I'm taking care of. So maybe that's not muktzah. So why did he tell him to be quiet? Because Rameir doesn't say it's mutter in general. It's mutter when there's a real reason. What's the reason here? Because it's a sick person. But if it's not a sick person, you're not allowed to eat it. Yachi, my time to review this also. If this is really a sick person, so even Rabbi Yehuda is going to agree that it's not muktzah. Says the Gemara, what happened was we removed the muktzah status. You're right. According to Rabbi Yehuda, there's no muktzah. According to Rameir, there's no muktzah. There's no muktzah. Why is there no muktzah? Because I have a sick person in the room and I have to cook for him. MMA, it's mutter, it's not muktzah, this animal. But he became healthy. Once he becomes healthy, now I go back to the machlokes Rameir and Yehuda. What happens when I do something on Shabbos unintentionally, intentionally? That's why Rav Yehuda says it's usher and Rameir says it's mutter. Rav says, if somebody came sick on Shabbos, and somebody, you shecht for him, you got to give him some meat immediately to heal him, but the healthy person cannot eat. Why can't the healthy person eat? Rabbi said, give me a good reason. No. Who just said that? Rabbi Didya said it. Rabbi Didya Prairie. He said, muktzah. Because for the healthy person, it's muktzah. The muktzah doesn't go away. What does muktzah mean? The bein hashmashas, this was usher. Now, I'm allowed to shecht it for somebody who really needs it because it's pikuach nefesh. But it doesn't mean it's not muktzah. For you, it's still muktzah. Givaldik. What? No. I said he became a chayil on Shabbos. Says the Gemara. My time, that's a shoichet. Shoichet b'Shabbos, it's muktzah. But you take the meat out. I don't want to say freezer because okay, people are going to tell me it wasn't royal achila when it's in the freezer. I don't know what. You take it out of the refrigerator, but it's meat that Meyer Fischel doesn't like, but Jamie Azulay does. So that meat is not muktzah. Why? Because it's roy lakus. Listen, I'm with you. No. Tuna is one thing. Meat is another thing. You know, it's interesting. Animals, they eat it as they just eat it raw. They didn't eat it in bishul, nothing. Oh, turning to the Daf, Adar Global Specialist in International Financial Services, Chaim Milrad, Linish Masim Rasi, Fraratel Bas, Yitzchak, Aleh Shalom. So the Gemara. Hi, Raylog is very wrong. Omer Papa. So Rav Papa comes with a little chiddush, and then we're done with the sugi. We're starting a brand new Mishnah, interesting things about different knives and stuff. So says Rav Papa, but sometimes we can reverse the halachas. Both halachas will reverse. Sometimes when you shecht on Shabbos, it's mutter for everybody. Oh, that's what Rabbi was asking. Oh, yeah, because then what happens, Rabbi? You did your prayer. What happens when the chayla is sick before Shabbos? Then there's no more muktzah. But sometimes mevashel, even though typically mevashel is mutter on Shabbos if you do it for a chayla, sometimes mevashel is also against shekatzalei glas. when you cooked something that was connected to the ground on Shabbos, so that's mamish muktzah, and you're allowed to do it for the chayla, but not for a healthy person. So what's the halacha? If you have a chayla who is a chayla from before Shabbos, then it would be allowed for a healthy person in a raw state, like just to chew on it, the kapartio. My time because this is not muktzah. Why is it not muktzah? Because I designated it for the sick person, and the shechita was completely for the sick person, because you cannot shecht a part of an animal; you have to shecht the entire animal. And I shechted it just for the sick person. So maybe you're allowed to take a ride on it, piggyback on his shechita, and eat from it on Shabbos in a raw state. But you can't cook it. Why can't you cook it? I'm a vashel b'Shabbos also the bari, but don't try to piggyback on a sick person, take advantage of the sick person. The sick person, I made a pizza for him on Shabbos, I'm going to have some of the pizza. No way. Why? Because you might come to add extra for yourself, and that's also obviously a memela. We just say anything cooked on Shabbos for a sick person, healthy people should not be touching it. Right. Shechita, there's no zero. What are you going to do? More shechita? You're going to shech 3 simanim instead of 2. I mean, you always have to shech 2. You always have to shech the entire animal. Shalom Yisrael. My boy saw a beautiful video, upcoming surprise for somebody here in the audience. Hashoichet b'magal yad. So yesterday we were driving in the bus, and somebody started screaming, "Stop! Stop!" and the driver, in his advanced 70s, almost went off a cliff. He thought he might have ran over a person. It was like it came out of a deep part. Stop! What happened was there was an individual on the side of the road cutting whatever it was, wheat, flowers, with a sickle. And I said, "It's mamash yad, kiss from Hashem. We're learning magal yad, and here's a guy with a magal yad going like this on the side on the road. How often do you learn about a magal yad and you see a guy that day doing like this in a field?" He didn't stop in time, and we don't have a good picture. But we have second best. We do have a beautiful video of somebody here doing a magal yad. So we are going to show a magal yad. Rabbi Isai, here goes.
Ahlan, my friend. Marhaba. Welcome to my vlog. Look at this hand sickle. Bottom is sharp, top has teeth. This is kosher for shechita only with the end. Only the straight part.
The boss is calling you.
Which of these tools is invalid? That's unbelievable. What? How did you see it? Oh, because it went out in the Hebrew. Ah, that's weird. Okay. Yeah. Were you surprised? Anyway, Benny, you saw it already? You didn't see the whole thing. Okay. So, what do we have here? We have a magal yad. It's an interesting tool. It's sharp on one side, and it has like a saw, like serrated on the other side. So, you're allowed to use the magal yad on the sharp side, not with the serrated side. But Tsar, you see, they made it interesting. It's a stone. That's the top left one. Ubekana, and a piece. No, it's not round. That's not round. Here, see, look at the picture. It's straight. Yeah.
You should have watched my vlog.
So, yeah, that's exactly what Benny was showing. That it's this and it's b'di'eved. He said the halachas as he was talking. He was trying to sell it. Those who were here, like this is what they do in the marketplaces. They come over to you and they try to sell you everything, and unless you have security guys that they whisper little things in their ears and they go flying. But in certain cities, those whispers don't work. You saw by the Baba Sally's thing, they try to tell these guys to move. No, garbage. Yeah, Vilde kids. different cities, different mentalities. So, hakol shoychtin, uloilim shoychtin, ubakol shoychtin, hakol loilim ubakol, which the Gemara is going to explain. I did say bekana, but I didn't explain it well. Ubekana. Bekana is a reed. A reed, yeah, because he started asking me a question in the middle of that word. Bekana is a reed. You slice a reed in half, similar to what they have today, the schachs on the mat. So it's a half a kana, very sharp edges. Oh, the sugarcane thing. Oh, mamash. Another kiss from Hashem. I think I have a video or something. Somebody has a picture. It's good. We can throw it in. They took a sugar cane and ginger and lemon and they put it through a machine and they crushed it. I drank it. I don't see a reason why not in terms of hechsher. All it does is crush that, and I saw him doing it and I just drank it right out of the thing. No, sorry. Let's go from the beginning. Hakol shoychtim. Everybody could shecht. Ula olam shoychatim. We have to know what that means. Ubakol shoychtim. And you could shecht with every item. It doesn't have to be a metal knife. Chot magal kotzer. So what's a magal kotzer? Here, magal kotzer has serrated blades, but they go in one direction. So the concern here is that you're going to tear the neck and not shecht the neck. It has to be a nice smooth cut and not a tear. V'hamegera, megera is the top one. It's more like a saw also. Vashinayim, teeth. Vatzipirin. Oh, we have a nice one for shinayim. Here's shinayim. Everybody say, take a look at this video.
Good morning, monkey.
This is a normal monkey.
I think he's waiting for the step of keys.
Those are teeth. You have to. People say, "Oh, AI." Yeah, but you have to have the ideas and you have to know how to manipulate. You have to. The next slide. Oh, here's the sugar cane. That's a reed. Mamish like that. Beautiful. What a kiss from Hashem. It does. But look at that. You have the background. You even have a cool building in the background. You have dirt all over. It's mamish murder. Lemon. You can see the lemon and the ginger. Let me just show you the lemon and the ginger. I saw the guy make it, and he puts this cane right through this machine, and it comes out on this side, right over here. Cool. Health benefits. Yeah, like you. Okay. So Zakti Gemara. Thank you.
Yoga classes later.
What?
The yoga classes later.
Yeah. I want. This is just a public service announcement. We walked a good 10,000 steps a day, more. Some days 13,000. So I just want to tell the Ilam, those 13,000 steps, they burn off 10% of one meal that we eat here. That's it. 10%. Don't let anybody fool yourself that because you walked a little bit, you're going to stay in shape. No. Below Guzma, one lamb chop. So if you eat 3, you have to do 30, 40,000 steps just for the lamb chop part. If you eat 7 carpaccios, okay, nobody should fool themselves. Because the guy told me, I'm walking it off. No, you're not. You're walking off 100 calories. That's it. Zeho. I mean, if you go on the treadmill for an hour straight, you're burning 500, 600 calories. You just fresh 3,500 in one meal, in one breakfast. So forget about it. Talking about and it even says there about Tziparin with a fingernail, maybe a nail. Oh, Mamash, a kiss from Hashem, Rabbi Isai, the fingernails of the monkey. You can calm down with the emails. I'm not. If I I'm still alive for those 10 emails that I'm going to die overnight. So I'm still alive. Then there's more emails that it could take 30 days to die. Okay, Yishkoyach, thank you. Thanks for ruining my trip. So if you shech,
every minute feel like it's your last. You enjoyed it that much.
So those nails, shchita is.
You'll be in Austria when you die.
What's the problem? Because it tears at the skin and it doesn't cut smoothly. Says the Gemara Sheikh, it says that when you shech the evidence in lechatchila, again this idea of shchita. How long are we? It just seems forever.
It's almost an hour.
No, for real. We're under an hour.
We're under now. 50.
Okay. So here, let's do this piece.
Right there.
10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. Hashoichet the Eved in lechatchila. It says hashoichet. If you did it with a magal yad, so after the fact, it's okay. It doesn't say you should shecht with a magal yad, with a sickle. It says if you do, then it's okay. The Eved in lechatchila. I can understand why a sickle is no good. As you saw Benny holding it, it has two sides. It has the serrated side and it has the smooth side. So very good that you're using the smooth side, but you might one day, or a kid will see that you use that sickle, he won't know that you did it this way or that way. He'll use the wrong side. But why can't you use a stone or a reed? You can do shchita in anything, with a piece of glass, with the stone. It says mefurish a stone. Says the Gemara, loy kasha, kam betalosh, kam bemechuber. Our Mishnah that it says that's b'diavad is talking about that it's attached to the ground. When it's attached to the ground, it's problematic. It's not the best thing. It's okay after the fact, but when it's completely detached, the stone that's detached is great. Rebbe Paisel. Rebbe says here, it's possible. It says in the pasuk, you take it in your hand. So when it's connected, no good. Rebbe Chia holds it's okay. So we're going according to Rebbe Chia, and Rebbe Chia says that when it's attached to the ground, you're yaitza after the fact, not lechatchila. Says the Gemara, b'may kim to Rebbe Chia v'diavad elahad tanya bakal shoychtem bein betolish bein b'chuber bein shasakin lamalo v'tzavar bein lamata. Whether it's like this, that the animal's neck is up and the knife is down, or the animal's neck is down and the knife is up. Mani, because you just told me that according to Rebbe Chia, it's only after the fact, not lechatchila. Rebbe says it's completely possible. So why are you telling me it's 100% mutter? Rebbe Chia says it's only after the fact. And according to Rebbe, for sure it can't go, because Rebbe, the Avinami lawyer, according to Rebbe, in all situations, is completely no good. So how does this go? No, Rebbe Chia holds it's in the first place. You go ahead and shech like this, not a problem. So why is he arguing in a case, and it seems like he's talking about after the fact? To say that Rebbe is so severe, his sheet is so strong that he holds that even b'diavad not. I hold b'diavad yes, but I wanted to point out that Rebbe holds that in no shape and form is the shchita okay. But when our Mishnah that says hashoichet, which seems like it's only after the fact, who does it go according to? Yeah, same question. Says Gemara, our Mishnah means even Rebbe. The Mishnah that says that it's okay, b'diavad is Rebbe. But the problem is, we just said Rebbe holds that b'diavad is not good. How can you tell me the Mishnah says Rebbe holds that b'diavad is good? Kasha the Rebbe out the Rebbe. Loy kasha. So what's the obvious answer? There's a difference whether a reed is still attached to the ground and it never had a shasa kosher, so to speak. It was always attached to the ground. So Mela, then even b'diavad is possible. But when you have a knife that was once upon a time detached and you put it into the wall with cement, that's much easier. Even though it's mechuber right now, but once upon a time it wasn't. How do you know to make such a distinction? What's the muchni? Here we go. Beautiful. Check this out. Rabbi side. There's a muchni. It's a knife on a wheel. And he has like a pedal. It's like a machine. Huh? No, that's more of a. This is like not a manual. A mechanical. Thank you. The guy is that's his mind. Like he's fast with words. Muchni is a mechanical device. Yeah, a machine. It comes from the loss of machine. Muchani. Muchani shchita shera. B'mechuber l'karka shchita shera. No, atzadim koyzim shchita shera. Well, it says everything is kosher. Hey, it's so yotzim and a kaisel. Ikara oila ve'ela v'shachar b'shchita psula. But if there's a knife attached to the wall, then it's possible. Kashan Hadadi, what do you do? On the one hand, it's mutter. On the one hand, it's also. Which one is it? Allah Shema. No, obviously the difference is shani b'mechuber mikar l'tol shebusayf chibra. There's a difference whether this grew like that. You have a reed that came out of the ground, so it's always mechuber. That's puzzle. But if you have a knife that was once detached and you attached it, then b'di'evet it's kosher. Shema minor, Rabboisai. Have a wonderful day.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.